बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम सैयदना करीमुन सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम ख़वातीन व हज़रात। I am Waqas Ahmad Noon Hoshiarpuri and you are watching my YouTube channel True Patriot. Last night, Australian cricket team has won ICC 2023 Cricket World Cup under the leadership of Pat Cummins. Australia has beaten India in the final at Ahmedabad, India. This is sixth time Australia has lifted the World Cup trophy. And the purpose of making this program, this vlog, that who is the greatest World Cup captain of Australian team. Allan Border was the first who have won the World Cup in 1987 at Kolkata Eden Garden. Stephen Roger Waugh was the second in 1999 at Lords, who has lifted the World Cup in 99. Ricky Ponting in South Africa, Centurion in 2003 has won the World Cup. And Ricky Ponting in 2007 again lifted the World Cup in West Indies. And Michael Clarke has won the World Cup in 2015 in Australia. And recently Pat Cummins has lifted the World Cup in 2023. So let's start the discussion. In my point of view, Ricky Ponting, Steve Waugh and Allan Border, they all are great players. Michael Clarke, they all are great players. Pat Cummins too. Who is the greatest World Cup captain? I have witnessed Steve Waugh winning team. I have witnessed Ricky Ponting winning team. I have witnessed Michael Clarke winning team. And I have also witnessed this recently episode of Pat Cummins. I was 7-year-old when Allan Border team lifted the World Cup, beating England in the final in Kolkata Eden Garden. In my point of view, in my opinion, that Allan Border was the best Australian captain who have led Australian team in World Cup and lifted the World Cup and won the World Cup. Why? What are the reasons? First, there was no Shane Warne in Allan Border team. There was no Shane Warne in Allan Border team. There was no Adam Gilchrist. There was no Matthew Hayden in Allan Border team. And there was no Ricky Ponting in Allan Border team. There was no Glenn McGrath. There was no Jason Gillespie. There was no Brett Lee in Allan Border team. Allan Border have the limited resources in shape of David Boone, Jeff Marsh, Dean Jones. Allan Border himself was a great player. Steve Waugh, Mark Waugh. In bowling, Ian Haley. In bowling department, Greg McDermott, Whitney, Bruce Wheat, Tim May, and some other players. If you compare this team bowling line, this batting in 99 there was Adam Gilchrist, there was Mark Waugh, there was Ricky Ponting, there was Steve Waugh, there was Damon Martin, there was Darren Lehman. This is batting line, much superior batting line than in 1997. In bowling department, the greatest ever leg spin bowler, Shane Warne, Glenn McGrath, Paul Raffel, and Jason Gillespie, Damon Fleming. So, 99 team was much better team than 1987. So, as a captain, you have to work less because you have the greatest team. Allan Border hasn't have the greatest team. He raised this team to lift the World Cup. एलन बॉर्डर की जो टीम थी नाजरीन, वो टीम इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी, इतनी ग्रेड्स के ऊपर मुश्तमिल टीम नहीं थी जैसे टीम स्टीवा के पास थी। रिकी पोंटिंग की आप टीम के पास आ जाए 3 और 7 के, उसके बाद देर वाज एडम गिलक्रिस्ट, देर वाज मैथ्यू हैडन, देर वाज डेवन मार्टिन, देर वाज रिकी पोंटिंग, देर वाज एंड्रू सैमन, देर वाज ग्लेन मिगरा, देर वाज जस्टिन गिलेस्पी, देर वाज ब्रेट ली, देर वाज एंडी पिकल. So the greatest team in the same in the 2007. And if you look at 2015 Michael Clarke team, there was David Warner, there was Aaron Finch, there was Mitchell Stark, there was Mitchell Johnson, there was Shane Watson, there was, I think I'm missing some names. And this team, Pat Cummins, Joe Shashelwood, and Adam Zampa, Travis Head, David Warner, Steve Smith, Manus Labuschagne, and Maxwell. So, as per other Australian teams who have lifted the World Cup in 1999, 2003, 2007, 2015, 2023, the team who have lifted the World Cup, who have won the World Cup in 1987, as compared to all other fifth World Cup teams, as in terms of talent, in terms of class, is much inferior team to these teams. These all teams are superior team in term of talent, in term of class, in term of greatness. So Allan Border is the greatest ever Australian captain who led Australian team in a ICC World Cup tournament and who have won the World Cup. So Allan Border is the greatest captain who led Australia, who represented Australia in World Cups and who have won the World Cup, in my opinion. All other captains have great teams, great bowlers, great players. Allan Border has just only one great player, Dean Jones, and Allan Border himself. No extraordinary fast bowler, no extraordinary spinner. So, this is what I am trying to say, and hope you will convince with me. And if you differ with me, come with solid reasons. I will accept it, but Allan Border is the best. Ya Hayyo, Ya Qayyum.